What if a UFO study just crossed the boundary into mainstream science? What if SETI is quietly rewriting the rules of alien contact? And what if an object now passing through our solar system may not be benign, but hostile? Today we'll dive into 3 breaking seismic shifts in the UFO alien field that may be rewriting the cosmic script. And I guarantee you this, by the end of the video, you'll be asking yourself, are we already being visited? Stay until the end, and I promise you, I will connect how all 3 may point to one pattern you don't want to miss. By the time we reach story 3, I'll show you a detail that even many UFO researchers are missing, and it changes everything. For years, the UFO-UAP community has operated at the fringes of skepticism. What changes when mainstream science begins to take your data seriously? That threshold is near, or maybe already crossed, with the latest work by Dr. Beatriz Villarroel and her team. Villarroel's team mined historical photographic plates, pre-satellite era, and discovered short-lived glints, or transients, lights that appear briefly in one plate but vanish in successive exposures. The crucial point: these plates were captured before artificial satellites, meaning some transients cannot be dismissed simply as reflections from debris or satellites. In her public statement, today we know that short flashes of light are often solar reflections from flat, highly reflective objects in orbit. But the photographic plates we analysed were taken before humans had satellites in space. A new paper from Vasco Plate Archive researchers has just cleared peer review, meaning those glints are now in the same arena as other astrophysical phenomena. Unsurprisingly, some critics, skeptics, have pointed out that earlier transients may also be caused by emulsion flaws or plate artifacts, and recent reviewers such as Hambley and Blur argue some of the reported transients are narrower, rounder profiles, maybe artifacts. If even a fraction of those glints are unexplainable phenomena, they indicate anomalous objects in Earth orbit which predate our space age. That means some UFOs could be persistent, old, or even hidden in plain sight. It also gives the UFO field a scientific bridge, data from archival astronomy and credible methods. Later, when we talk about 3-Eye Atlas, I'll show you how one property Villarroel's transients share with an object might be the smoking gun, but only if you connect the dots. In a significant move, SETI, Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, has quietly revised its protocols for alien contact, the first major change in years. Although the first full text of the changes might not be public yet, insiders report shifts in how signals are vetted, how alerts are escalated to media, and how post-detection communication is now constrained by stricter governance. It's all got to go through the United Nations first. The sense in SETI circles is this: the age of speculative openness is yielding to a more cautious posture as stakes grow. The volume of signal data is increasing. Ambiguous signals are more common. Governments and even corporations are becoming more interested. Thus, SETI must anticipate information leaks, psyops, or political backlash. The risk of false positives or signal hoaxes demands more rigorous filters. Also, as more scientists beyond the UFO field pay attention, SETI may want to avoid reputational damage. If SETI won't immediately broadcast a hello response, it means contact silence is part of the design. Let that filter in. That aligns with the dark forest idea. Aliens that are hidden don't broadcast until absolutely sure. It also means that UFO researchers can no longer assume that any detected signal will be public. We may already be receiving something, but filtered out. Keep that in mind when you see claims of first contact online. SETI itself may now block what reaches the public. Later, when I link this to Loeb's three-eye atlas theory, you'll see how they all form one pattern of cosmic silence. Discovered on July the 1st, 2025, Three-Eye Atlas is the third confirmed interstellar object observed passing through our solar system. While many scientists believe it is a comet, it has unusual traits. Its trajectory brings it closer to Venus, Mars and Jupiter than just random expectation, which Loeb and co-authors calculate as statistically improbable. Less than 0.005% if arrival time were random. Its orbital plane is nearly in the ecliptic but retrograde, which gives it easier access to inner planets. At perihelion, it will pass behind the Sun from Earth's perspective in October, meaning telescopes may lose direct view, which Loeb argues could be deliberate if the object is intelligent. In their recent paper, Is the Interstellar Object 3-Eye Atlas Alien Technology?, Loeb, Crowell and Hibbard hypothesized that the object might be technological and possibly hostile, though they frame it as a pedagogical exercise. What Loeb now warns. Loeb suggests that if Three-Eye Atlas performs unexpected accelerations or trajectory shifts, especially November and December 2025, now, that would support the engineered hypothesis. He discusses the possibility of braking maneuvers, a reverse Oberth maneuver, during its invisible solar passage to silently adjust course. He also warns that extraterrestrial agencies may be quietly monitoring us, and Three-Eye Atlas could be a probe, not a messenger, with intentions unknown, benign or hostile. Critically, Loeb concedes, by far the most likely outcome remains that Three-Eye Atlas is a natural object, but he does like to talk about it not being so. NASA scientists say the object behaves like a comet in many respects, coma, tail, brightness, and that the weight of evidence strongly favours a natural explanation. So why won't they release the photos taken from Mars, which are the clearest yet of what this object is? Because of government shutdown or darker, ulterior motives? Back up your claims, NASA. Let us all see what you're holding. Also, if the object acts naturally all through November and December, the engineered hypothesis may be falsified. But why? In just a moment, I'll show you how the anomaly signatures in Villarroel's transients mirror properties we're now watching in Three-Eye Atlas. And that could be the unspoken clue that ties all three stories together. Don't blink. Villarroel's transients suggest anomalous objects persisted outside our observational frame for decades. SETI's protocol change suggests we may no longer see or hear what's out there unless we pass stringent filters of their choosing, or someone's choosing. Loeb's Three-Eye Atlas hypothesis suggests one candidate object might already be operating covertly, and it's the third in as many years. In other words, we may already be living inside a quiet cosmic surveillance network, where anomalies exist, but they're hidden, filtered, or deliberately ignored. What this means for you, the watcher, the believer, or the skeptic. Don't trust that all UFO or alien signals will reach mainstream media. Pattern detection in anomalies, glints, and orbital oddities matters more than the headline claims. And, most importantly, this is not science fiction. These moves are literally happening right now. Watch for unexpected acceleration in Three-Eye Atlas in November and December of this year. Monitor any new peer-reviewed transient plate studies that expand on Villarroel's catalogue. she may have just ignited a bonfire. Keep an eye on SETI and radio observatories. If they revise protocols again or leak signal filters, and look for coincidences, a filtered radio burst, an optical transient, and unexplained orbital objects. And don't film in an old socialist barn. And for those who've been following my channel, on Halloween, the biggest book of secrets this century is going to be published. Subscribe and I'll let you know when and how you can get it. I can't even say what it's called or what the subject material is, but it's going to change everything. It's going to open up so many people's eyes. Wow, the effects will be astonishing. As always, be free.